What's going on, Diablo fans? What's going on, Diablo fans? Hey, man, Pez Radar just put out a tweet. Patch 1.0.3 is available now. So we're going to quickly go over this patch and just talk about it real quickly. Going to get right to the point on the website. I can't speak. I just woke up kind of late today. It's my vacation. I haven't had a vacation in a long time. Diablo patch notes 1.0.3 is here on all platforms June 27th, the day before. And Diablo for giving me an early birthday present. There's just loads of bug fixes that I'm not going to get into. Many damn bug fixes that it's almost unbelievable. Fixed an issue, fixed an issue, fixed an issue. You could just go on. So just want to acknowledge the hard work and the dedication of everybody reporting these things and the team that worked on it. They just obviously are crushing it as far as making these necessary fixes to the game. But let's get to the juicy stuff, the stuff that we're really here for, right? The stuff we really want to know about. This is the big one. This is gameplay adjustments, experience rewards. Well, no, we want to get to gameplay adjustments, experience rewards. Significantly increased the experience awarded for completing Nightmare Dungeons. So Nightmare Dungeons just got a big XP buff, which is something that everybody's been calling for a while now, and it's already here, which is pretty good that's already here. Significantly increase the experience gained from killing monsters in Nightmare Dungeons. So you also on the completion, but also while killing monsters in the dungeon itself. Here's a really another good one for me. Helltide chests now provide substantially more bonus experience when opened. Significantly increased reward experience from completing into whispers across the board. I still don't think I will do whispers. I still don't think I'll do whispers. Fixed an issue where no experience was awarded for completing the holdout style event that can occur in finishing dungeon objectives. I haven't noticed that, but I bet it's happened to me a bunch and I didn't even realize it, you know? This is a really good one. General, the Helltide roaming bosses. So the bosses roaming around in Helltides. Well, now I'm assuming that means the event bosses, or are they just talking about the very hard to kill main bosses that are roaming? Either way, I can't kill the roaming bosses usually without help at this point. But I think that's what they're talking about. It's not the events where there might be a boss spawned. It's the random roaming bosses, which, so that is something that I know a lot of people aren't able to do, or they don't kill that boss. But Helltide roaming bosses will now more consistently drop higher quality loot. Well, that'd be good. Players can teleport. Oh, my God, here's the big one. Oh, my God, here's the big one. I can already see it. Players can now teleport to their Nightmare Dungeon directly through the map. Oh, yes! I mean, as somebody who's been playing Diablo 3 since 2012, I mean, for Diablo 4 not to have all those amenities and quality of life things that we're used to, it feels bad. But also, they're a new game, so you don't expect them to catch up on 12 years of Diablo 3 improvements, but it is nice to have that quality of life change right away, almost right away. Weekly bonus caches from world bosses no longer have a level requirement for opening. That's pretty good. Developers note we are currently working on increasing the monster and elite density of endgame content and plan to introduce this change early in Season 1. So there you go, guys. When Season 1 drops, whenever that is, I don't even know when it is. When is that? Sometime in mid-late July? At some point mid-late July, you're going to see a monster and elite density increase for endgame content, which is something we've been dying for. So that's good. I hope it's an increase all around. I'd like to have density early on as well. What would be kind of cool is specific locations to increase in density as you move on per world tier. So world tier 1, there's a few places where the monster density is increased. World tier 2, there's more places where it's increased. And by world tier 4, every place has the buffed intended boss and elite density to its max. That would be what I would do, but that's just my suggestion. Great developers note there, though, because now we know that's coming. So that's coming by mid-July or so. I wish it was now, man. My birthday week is this week. I took vacation off. Oh, my God. I'd love to be just murdering tons of monsters. Here's another one, balance changes. We're continuing our efforts to make all class builds feel fun and powerful with another round of balance updates. In particular, we have seen community feedback stating that the basic skills aren't impactful enough. Basic skills are not impactful enough in combat. These changes will not change the fundamental relationship between the basic skills and the core skills, but we hope that they help smooth out leveling experience while we explore additional ways to strengthen them. We are also increasing the power of some skills that players feel are lagging behind their peers. As we look forward to the future updates, we're monitoring our heavily discussed topics such as minion survivability and build parity. Please keep sending us your feedback. We'll see you in Sanctuary. So this means that, number one, increased monster density and elite density is coming for sure in July. And number two, that they are working on a way to increase basic skill damage and make your basic skills be more effective. Man, I mean, this is everything that we've all heard a bunch of other suggestions all over the place, but these are the ones that we can all agree on. So if we all sat down at a table and somebody said, well, I don't like how the horse runs and the mount works, well, I don't like how legendaries are and things like that, well, those are all things that we need to haggle over and discuss in the future and figure out what we're talking about exactly. But these are the things that everybody, I think, almost had these on their table as well. If you were to list 10 things to fix, everybody might have had 7 different things, but there were 3 things that were common, and that was monster density, and that Nightmare Dungeons better, and I would say that would also make basic skills have some sort of increase. It hasn't happened yet. The other things that I mentioned are happening and have happened. This patch right now, open the game, it's different. So, yeah, man, great update. I have a lot to say about a lot of things that I think need to be adjusted or fixed. Real quickly before I get out of here, leave your to do about it. What do you want to see coming next? I want to know the list, those 6 rarest items ever, and how the items we have are uniques. I want to see another tier of legendaries that are very, very rare, but they are more possible to get. I would like to see rare items where if I play the game for 4 weeks straight, I will probably see one of those rare items drop. Now, I don't mean the 6 super rare ones that they have at the top of the list that no one's ever finding, but I mean a new tier of legendaries that are just below the primals, just below those. I would like to see those released for every class. Like every class gets maybe 10. That would be cool. And I don't know. Or maybe there's some kind of a set bind that you can do that makes items that you already have a set or create some kind of link your items to. So when you find 3 of these and attach them to a unique item, form a set bonus for unique. Pretty much everybody's going to work towards for the bonus. It's almost, I mean, people would say, well, we've already got Paragon. That's kind of what that is. Not because it's a loot find. You know what I mean? You're looking for that loot. You're looking for 3, I'm just going to make it up, but you're looking for 3, like, unique powers. They're called unique powers. They're called primal powers, whatever they are. You're looking for, you find 3 of them, you're able to bind them to uniques. You can only do it once and to 1 item each, and when you do it, they create a substantial bonus. And when you bind them, you get the option. It's going to roll randomly, like a magician pops up, and it's going to roll randomly. It's going to say you have 3 bonuses you can now apply to your character, whether that's plus 10, plus 20, to whatever. And it's going to roll 3 random ones. And when it rolls the 3 random ones, you get to replace one of those. So you may get a great roll and get dexterity, get critical hit strike, and then you may get overpower, and maybe you don't really want overpower, so you say, well, I'm going to re-roll the overpower one, and maybe it comes up with, okay, here's what your option is to replace overpower. It's dexterity, it's vulnerability, it's something else, and you know what I mean? You can choose that, and so it just becomes another thing to do and to look for and to strive for, and the rarity is that is such that, you know, you really won't see this that often. You know what I mean? You'd have to be playing 2 to 4 weeks couple hours a day every day to see these drop. And I think that would be something to move towards to keep things going. In the meantime, while also additionally creating some kind of new loot that could drop as well, because I think there could be more loot to the game, and I think the loot find needs to be buffed. You know what I mean? Finding cool items needs to be buffed. It's been pretty good, but we're starting, I think, to hit a wall where it's like it's unbelievable that you'll ever find those 6 items, but there is still that possibility. So that's nice that there's things out there that you could never ever find, but maybe you could. And I think it would be nice if we had another level of like, hey, if I work for a couple of months, there's a potential I could find this, but it might take me, I could find it tomorrow, or I could find it in a year. But it's somewhat believable, and it's pretty believable that I could find that power or that legendary or that primal or whatever it's going to be. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm Evil Spectrum 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your feedback down below with what you think.